So I wanted to show you a very basic biochemistry of what we're looking at with fats, so that you kind of get an understanding of why are we running some of these tests we're running. Now, I'm not going to go through this in detail. As a matter of fact, I've left out a lot of this. Those of you who have taken biochemistry know I've left out a lot of it, but we'll look at this in general. We started off with our fats. Yes, LDL cholesterol is incredibly important for making hormones and neurotransmitters. You'll see the LDL cholesterol starts first to make pregnenolone. And that pregnenolone is used to make progesterone. And if you scan on over, you'll see those different areas of different enzymes that are used to break this down. You'll see it breaks down to DHEA, which is that precursor hormone we talked about earlier, and that makes testosterone and estrogen. You see that? And also that progesterone, it goes to make cortisol. You need cortisol. Everybody knows that, right? We need cortisol. It wakes us up in the morning, keeps inflammation down, keeps us alert, keeps us going throughout the day. Without it, we're exhausted. We can't do anything when our cortisol drops too low. That's an important hormone. All these hormones, the reason I'm showing you this is because this starts with fats. So the whole low fat idea that started up in the 80s, which was misconstrued and become this mess of a diet we have today of low fat, high carb, is all wrong. Don't buy into that. Let it go. Fat is good. The good fat is good, that is. Look at what I wrote down the bottom. Omega-3 family comes from cold water fish, wild game, enriched eggs. And all those omega-3s, they mean less inflammation. You still need omega-6s, but notice what comes with it. Omega-6s comes from animal fat, dairy, shellfish, vegetable oils, and grains. These can be more inflammatory. Why? I mention it here. You can look it up because of arachidonic acid being formed, and it's not balanced with omega-3s. Inflammation comes from that. Cholesterol total. This is a thorn in some of our sides who are in neurology because we know how important this fats are to the brain. When we're driving down this cholesterol, we're driving down our LDLs too. How do we make hormones? How do we make neurotransmitters? You got it. So we're driving that down and we're killing off neurons by doing it. Low cholesterol is bad for the brain. So you're talking down 170? Oh no. That's total cholesterol of 170 is horrible. It needs to be around 200. That's healthier for the brain. If it gets around 300, then I start getting worried because now we're talking about having oil in the blood. That's bad, right? That's going to lead to other problems. High cholesterol above 300 is dangerous for circulation, as I just mentioned. And it's you got to consider this hormones with thyroid function, pancreatic functions, and all this to understand what they all mean. Why do we have these cholesterol issues? What are they? What do they even mean in context with the rest of the body's functions, like we just mentioned, thyroid, pancreas, so forth?